If you're currently logged into the Facebook Ads Manager, please log out right now, because in this video I'm going to talk about 3 critical things that you need to do and get in order before you even touch your Facebook Business Manager. What's the first thing? Well, that is the big idea. What do I mean? Like a lot of time people say like, well, but like I've got this product and it's a cheaper way of that, or it's a faster way of this, or it's a better, I call that an ER product, right? Faster, cheaper, everything that ends at ER, it's an improvement offer. And people don't want to buy an improvement offer. They don't want a car that's just a little bit faster. They don't want to have, web hosting that's just a little bit cheaper. Like some people do, but the majority wants to join a new opportunity, right? Let's say someone is already trying to lose weight and they just bought something that they believe will help them, lose a kilo a week. If that is the claim, and they're convinced that they're going to be able to lose 1 kilogram of weight every single week, then they see a Facebook ad or something, and the big promise, the big idea is like, hey, you're gonna lose 1.2 kilograms. Do you think they're gonna switch and buy that product? No way. It's an improvement offer. It's not sexy. It's not good enough, right? So you need to have a big idea behind your product. Like what's the positioning? What's the new opportunity, right? So for example, at UpViral, UpViral is a platform that we sell. It's a tool to create referral programs, right? To make sure you get word of mouth around your business. And yes, I could have said, well, it's this software platform and it will help you get a bit more traffic. But that's sexy, or it'll help you get a little bit more traffic to your yes, people want more traffic. Don't get me wrong. But it's still an improvement offer because if they already do some Facebook ads. So how we position it, it's a new opportunity. Like it's not just new traffic. No. Now we got this new thing, you get word of mouth. Like we literally position it as a completely new thing, a new category that they haven't thought about before, right? Like let's say if we're talking about losing weight, people already tried all the other ways of losing weight. And all of a sudden there was this other company, and it wasn't about the fact that they were better or they lost weight faster or it was easier, none of that. No, it was a new opportunity. It wasn't something that people didn't try before, right? There was a new glimpse of hope that this one would work, a new opportunity. So don't get me wrong, you don't have to change the product. Oftentimes you do not have to change the product. Literally yesterday, I saw a Facebook ad for a company who sold a mask for your eyes. The ones that you get for free on the airplane, you can probably buy it for $1 in a dollar shop. And they didn't say, hey, get a mask. No, they said what was the exact phrase? Something along the lines of like the best sleep you've ever had, or you deserve the best sleep you've ever had. So the way they positioned it was just unique. Same product, other big idea, right? So that's the first thing, big idea, the opportunity. You need to have that in order, right? What's next? Secondly, you also need to have a good offer, right? So even if you have your big idea in place, you also need to create a good offer, which means that that's basically your product, but it's not just your product. Your offer is everything around your product. So what are people paying for it? What will they exactly get, right? So for example, in one of our funnels, what we've done, we didn't just say like, hey, UpViral, you buy UpViral. No, instead what we said like, hey, you buy UpViral. But we knew that some people were going to have some thoughts like, but even if I get UpViral, I don't have any traffic yet, or I don't know how to set it up. So we bundled bonuses. So it's like, hey, if you're going to get access to UpViral, you'll also get our masterclass where we teach you exactly how to set it up step by step. But I don't have any traffic yet. We're also going to get our bonus where we show you our best performing traffic strategies. Boom. So this way we overcome all the objections and we make the offer actually better, right? So if you were to walk up to someone who's inside your ideal market, you would convey your message, you would explain it to them. There's no likelihood of them saying no, right? That they need to be so convinced that is the exact thing what they need to have. So it solves their problem, and any objections they have, right? It should be included in that program. Like add a bonus or add something in it. Like every objection should be covered, right? If they say, well, but I can't, I'll need to have it before next week because otherwise there's no use. No, all right. So next day delivery, right? Whatever it is, your offer needs to be a no-brainer at a price that is also a no-brainer, right? I like to believe that we need to try to at least 100x the value. That's not always possible, but at least 10x the value compared to what people are paying, right? Because if they believe they're getting $1,000 worth of value, but they're paying $50 for it, that's a no-brainer. That truly is a no-brainer. So first of all, have your big idea in order. Secondly, have a good offer in order. Thirdly, is your funnel or your mechanism, how you're going to sell it, right? Because it doesn't really matter if you just have, if you have a good product and then with a good big idea and a good offer, but if you're just going to stick it on a sales page and you're going to send people straight into the sales page, it doesn't mean that they're actually going to buy. I've tried this myself, right? First time when I started running ads for UpViral, I'll keep using that example because it's, we're talking about it anyway. First time I started driving ads, what I did is I created a sales page with the same big idea, the offer, everything was done perfectly, right? Or at least as good as I could do it. I'm not sure, probably not perfect, but as well as I could do it. I started driving ads into the sales page. Did not convert at all. So I went back to the drawing board. So what do? I believed the offer was good, the big idea was good, but the mechanism of how I sold it wasn't good. So then I tried something else, right? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna create an opt-in page first, and then once people opt in, they're gonna get a video. And then next day they're gonna get a video again, video number 2, and then a day later they're gonna get video number 3 as well. And that's when I try to sell them into UpViral. Seemed like a great idea, right? Because now I was conveying all this information and this value first, right? And then after 3 days, they probably loved me for it and they probably appreciated it, and then they probably would buy. Guess what? Didn't work at all. People opted in. Yes, good win. People watched the first video. Awesome. But then on the second day, or maybe day 3, something like that, we started sending out emails like, hey, watch the second video. And we got replies like, who are you? Like, oh, I'm not interested. Or like, and people just didn't watch the second video. Like some of them did, but not a lot. And then guess what? The third video, even less. So I was like, that's annoying, right? Because if from all the people who signed up, only 10% is going to watch the third video, like obviously it's not going to convert. So I needed to do something else. And then I was like, all right, they watched the first video, so let's make sure that they I'm just going to have one video, right? Whether that is a webinar or a VSL or something, it doesn't really matter. But like they opt in, watch a video where I take them through the journey, where I talk to them about that big idea, and I'll talk to them about the offer, and then make them the offer, and then they can buy. And that's when it actually took off, right? But that third part was important as well, having the right funnel in place to make sure I was able to get people from not knowing who we were, not knowing who I was, into actually saying, yes, I'm interested in this. I actually want to become a client of yours, right? And these 3 things are important because if you don't know what your big idea is, and if you don't have a good offer, and if you don't have a good mechanism to try to sell, running Facebook ads is going to be worthless to you, right? Like, because you need to have those in place. Does that mean you need to do it perfectly? No, but you need to have a first guess at all these things. When I started running ads, I just guessed, right? I guessed wrong, but I guessed, right? And then over time I started tweaking. But if you're going to do it the other way around, if you're just going to run Facebook ads to a sales page without, like, you're probably going to be disappointed because like it's not working at all, right? But if you first spend some time thinking about these things, right? Then you start running Facebook ads. Then maybe it still doesn't work right away because Facebook ads isn't easy, right? But then at least you'll have an initial idea of like, hey, you know what part did work, right? Because you can talk to those people, you can ask them questions. Like when I ran ads into a webinar, I actually asked people as well, like, hey, why didn't you buy? Like, what was confusing? And they literally told me, like, I didn't buy because this and this and this. Like, I had these objections. All right, so we improved the offer. We add those bonuses to it. Now those objections are covered, right? Or they told me, well, I didn't really get it. All right, the big idea was not good enough. I need to improve that big idea. I need to communicate it better, right? But at least start guessing at those things and then iterate and improve over time. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. For those of you who are running or starting to run Facebook ads, and of course, if you are going to run Facebook ads, definitely check out connectio.io because it will help you target your Facebook ads a lot more precise than you would normally do, and that will help you get a higher ROI from Facebook ads as well. So with that having said, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will talk to you all soon.